If you're thinking about retiring in Orlando, we've got you covered, from things to do to places to live.
Orlando is a great place to live, but it's also a really good place to retire. I plan on retiring here as well.
I think I'll retire with you.
I want you to retire after me. I plan on retiring playing golf, which you can do in Orlando. But seriously, the weather is fantastic.
Yeah.
There's phenomenal health. We're going to cover a lot of different things that really make Orlando stand out, the Central Florida area stand out for retirement.
So let's talk about it. The weather, it's fantastic. Year-round golf.
Year-round golf. Year-round
mild
warm
winters.
Yep. Summers suck.
They do suck.
That's it. They're hot.
You'll stay inside.
No, go visit your kids. They're up north. Go up there. It's beautiful.
That's right.
Yeah. Or stay inside.
Or go swimming in your pool. There's ways you can cool off.
Early tea times. Late days at the pool. Lots of ice in your wine. Just throwing a couple suggestions out there.
That's true.
So we covered the weather.
We always have fantastic hospitals. We have the VA hospital, which is phenomenal. We have Arnold Palmer Hospital for Women and Children, or that's Winnie Palmer. Arnold Palmer, Orlando Regional Medical Center.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. We have two. We have Advent and Orlando Medical, and they're in competition, which is phenomenal. I went in there and I had a very mild heart attack, and I went into there, and it was such amazing service. The guy that was reading the menu of what I had offered to me the next day was better than any server I've ever seen. This was the best care I've ever received in my entire life. I'm blown away. I wrote a 5-paragraph letter of recommendation. Advent is exactly the same. We have a highly competitive medical community here that wants your business, so they're working really hard, which is great because that means we get taken care of. I hope you never experience it.
Yeah.
But if you do, you're going to be like, this is second to none.
Yeah.
It was crazy, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. All right. So let's talk about the communities. The areas that you can retire in the Central Florida area.
A lot of people like to retire in Belle Isle. There's lakes there, that you can take your boat on. They have like 3 or 4 boat ramps. They have a lot of parks there. You can walk your dogs everywhere. You see a lot of people always walking their dogs.
There are 3 main areas, actually 4 main chain of lake areas. Belle Isle is one of them. We have another one on Butler Chain of Lakes. We have one up in the Windermere area. Winter Park. Belle Isle, though, and the chain of lakes that it's on, magnificent.
And it's also close to the airport.
Very good point.
Another area that people like to retire in is the Dr. Phillips area.
Well, we don't know anything about that.
We're experts on Dr. Phillips because we live in the Dr. Phillips area.
It's phenomenal.
You can't beat the location, especially if you got the grandkids coming on over, because you're 8 minutes away from Universal, you're 15 minutes away from Disney, you're 10 minutes away from SeaWorld, you're
the
2 hours
20 minutes away.
You're 2 hours away from Legoland.
You know what the kids do love, though, is Gatorland.
They do like Gatorland.
Gatorland is and phenomenal fudge, because that's where we took our kids, and it's so much fun. And there's like thousands of gators. It's really cool. And there's rednecks that feed them chicken, which is pretty funny. Anyway, for the grandkids, go to Gatorland, go to the parks. You're going to love it. Dr. Phillips area, Restaurant Row, great. And as we said, that's the hospital I went to, and I can't tell you how impressed I was.
Mount Dora is also a place where people love to retire. It's known, a lot of cute little antique shops. They have their Renegers Fair, 2 times a year.
That's the thrifting, where it's basically just a big outdoor fair with
a lot of antiques and thrifting and stuff. You just have to experience it. Just look it up, Renegers Fair. But Mount Dora is very popular. Nice big. Is that Lake Apopka?
No, it's actually part of the what we call the redneck
chain of lakes.
The chain of lakes. Yeah. It's a little further out. It's not the Windermere chain, the Butler chain of lakes. Great chain of lakes in there. You're gonna love Mount Dora. It is such a cute area.
A lot of walking around there.
Yep. Yeah. And also bungalows and smaller places at which to live, so it's very, very convenient for somebody who's looking to downsize a bit. We should bring to your attention, for anybody that's a little bit like me and not like Jackie, the casino cruise boat is around 40 minutes away. Right. It leaves in the morning and it leaves at 4:30 or 5 in the afternoon. Port Canaveral. As do all the cruise ships. We have so many cruise lines coming out of here. We're keeping up with and actually on pace to catch Miami's port, which is amazing. This is a cruising central area. And as we mentioned before, I want to bring this up. Everything flies into Orlando. So getting in and out, going to see family, super, super easy. Great medical, great climate, great access to everything. The casino boat's right down the street.
Great golf, George. Do we talk about golf yet?
I was just about to say golf.
Oh, I stole his thunder. Sorry.
So you can golf here year round.
Yeah.
And it is amazing. Now, one of the nice things is Central Florida, it's not as expensive as you're going to pay for golf over in the West Coast in like the Naples area, or if you're down in the Fort Lauderdale, Miami, or Palm Beach area. It's super expensive for golf in the wintertime. Here, it's not. It's very, very reasonable. We have some amazing courses. Bay Hill is literally 500 yards that way. And that's a pretty course, along with quite a few others. We have Lake Nona Country Club, we have Windermere Country Club, we've got some private courses that are available that you can get on semi-private, as well as a lot of public ones too. If you're a golfer, you're going to love the Central Florida area. And I'm free to play golf pretty much all the time.
Winter Park is also a very popular area with which to retire. We've talked about Winter Park several times, and me in the same dress. We've done so many videos in the same dress, but that's okay. We want to put out a lot of content for you. But there's a lot of shops and dining and outdoor cafes, and it's just so beautiful. And the parks there in Winter Park are phenomenal.
One park in particular is called the Winter Park 9-Hole Golf Club. And it's 9 holes. It's a walking right through Winter Park, and there's some of these really cool big houses. And the course itself is pretty short, but it's very, very treacherous on the greens. The greens are well protected. Great golf course, right in the heart of Winter Park. A little 9-hole walking course.
And I'm going to tell you a little fun fact here. But in Winter Park, there's a craft azalea gardens. And George, you don't know this, but it is. You like banyan trees?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, there's one there. It's one of the
Really?
largest ones. Yeah, they're really popular banyan trees. When we go to South Florida, he's like, look at the banyan, look at the banyan. But this is the largest one north of Miami.
Banyan trees are the coolest trees
They are
in the
cool.
world.
Yeah.
That's
it's
why I
cool.
like it. I want to buy a house as a banyan tree there, because that way I can buy the beach.
Well, you know what? I'm going to take you to the azalea garden so you can see the banyan tree.
Okay.
You didn't know that was in there.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned something new. That's why I'm here. I learn.
All right, another popular area people like to retire to is also Maitland.
All right, so Maitland is just north of Winter Park. Maitland is a wonderful, quiet little community. There are some very reasonable priced, that reasonable is a variable at this point, reasonably priced smaller homes in there, not as big and as gigantic as the Winter Park area. But in Maitland, it is a smaller community. You're going to feel a lot more connected to the communities there than you would in perhaps the Lake Nona area, which, by the way, Lake Nona has great hospitals. But it's a little disconnected. It's a little modern. This is a little more throwback. They still have an RX pharmacy store in Maitland, which I absolutely love. I think they finally got the soda fountain out of there. But it's a wonderful area as well.
Well, we hope you found this video useful and insightful. And we really appreciate if you would subscribe to our channel if you like our content, and hit the notification bell, because you never know when we're going to pop on and give you something new.
Yeah. Most importantly, though, remember, I am available for golf. And I can stand behind the hospitals because they're phenomenal. I wouldn't be here without them. So
That's right.
From both of us, from Jackie and George, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
It says quick snap. It says quick snap right there.
Stop. Okay. That's funny.
Keep the snap in, Joe.
Keep it in. That's hilarious. Okay.